Welcome everyone to 2025, and the first movie review of 2025 just happens to be an Indonesian horror film, and it is JURNAL RISA by Risa Saraswati. Now this is based on a famous YouTube channel in Indonesia called JURNAL RISA, run by a woman called Risa Saraswati, who is a government employee but apparently can also see ghosts, and so can her most of her family, according to this movie. Now, I don't know anything about this particular character, but she's very popular. 7 million subscribers on YouTube, so she's very popular in what she does, and she has a lot of videos, a lot of long videos, where apparently she sees ghosts, run into ghosts, communicate with ghosts. Take that as you will, whether you believe that kind of stuff or not. This particular movie, and it is a movie, follows a character called Prinsa, that's her name, who in real life appears to be some kind of model or singer, and is in this movie as a woman who gets possessed by a ghost or a spirit. And what they need to do then is to figure out how to exorcise her on this spirit out of her. Now, the movie's presented in kind of a semi-found footage, or mockumentary, I should say. It's a mockumentary style. It's a semi-mockumentary, semi-cinema style. So there's always an emphasis on filming things, and you can hear the characters in the background saying, oh, make sure you film it, make sure you film it. Now, that could be the first irritation with this movie, whether you actually enjoy movies that constantly do that. The cast of the movie seems to be made up of the real characters from the JURNAL RISA YouTube series, and the main lady herself is in the movie. Now, this is also part of the disappointment, is that she's in half of the movie. And then towards the middle half of the movie, she gets called back to her home to look after her family, something like that. And then she disappears for the second half of the movie, and it's just about Prinsa going to this village with a couple of other members of the JURNAL RISA team who go perform this exorcism in this village. And I have this issue with Indonesian horror films is possessions. They always look really weird. It's like all of a sudden, and that's a possession. And look, I don't know, never been possessed before, so I'm not sure how we would react like that. But I just always find that when Indonesians do possessions, I kind of automatically go, not too sure I'm buying into this. And there is, with the film, the buy-in factor. Do you believe that Risa Saraswati can see ghosts, can talk to spirits, can be possessed? Or do you think it's just a bunch of hocus pocus? She even says it in the movie herself. I know not everyone will believe me, and a lot of people will think it's fake. And that's okay. We're allowed to think like that. But it does beg the question, is it genuine or is it fake? And in the movie, it's clearly all fake. It's a dramatized event of something that has happened, just based on a story or based on this particular YouTube character. Whether the movie does anything positive for her reputation in regards to, putting in a false dramatized story, that's a different question. However, I am approaching this from a completely different angle, not being Indonesian, not understanding JURNAL RISA's YouTube channel, and not understanding the whole ghost vibe. Maybe I'm approaching this completely wrong. So if you're from Indonesia, you've seen this movie, and you're also a subscriber of the JURNAL RISA channel, what do you think? I'd love to know your opinion. My opinion is that I don't quite feel that I doubt its validity. A lot of great actors in this movie, and that's why I'm thinking, it's easy to put on a show, but we'll see. I'm curious to know what you think. Look, using the ghost rating, which stands for great horror or stupid trash, unfortunately, I think give this 2 ghosts. And my buy-in factor with this movie is based on the fact of whether I believe what's going on or not, and I just couldn't. couldn't get into the possession side of it. I couldn't get into the story side of it. I felt like that once they made it to the village towards the end of the film, they caused more damage than positive signs, and that kind of went against what I felt was the whole vibe of the JURNAL RISA YouTube things. I thought they were there to help people, but then again, like I said, I don't know much about it, but I'm keen to know what you think. And if you've seen the movie, it's got a very middling rating, so it looks like my score probably hits about the average for this movie. But as always, what did you think of it? I am the Artie Dance. Thank you so much for tuning in. I would like to know your opinion. If you're new here, consider subscribing for the new year. 2025 should be a banger of a year. And otherwise, I will catch you next time.